G'day and welcome to the upper bracket semi-finals in the Chinese TI11 regional qualifiers. Game 1 between CDEC and XtremeGaming. Both teams did come through in the upper bracket to get to this point. CDEC getting over eHome and XtremeGaming winning against IG. So certainly not walkovers in terms of who they beat against, but certainly not the best teams either at this point based on their results in the lower bracket. So first round bans are coming out. CDEC will immediately get rid of the Enigma. Zero seems to be a little overtuned at the moment in terms. I think it's overtuned in terms of its farming ability. I think there's nothing wrong with the Black Hole or the Midnight Pulse or the Malefice. I think it's the Eidolons. I think the Eidolons are a little overtuned. When you have a hero that has like such huge team fight, but it also has like incredible farming and general laning ability as well with those Eidolons. I think it's the Eidolons that are overtuned. So I think in a coming patch, the Eidolons might be addressed. They also banned the Omni Knight, making sure that physical damage and buffing up of a particular hero with the Heavenly Grace won't be coming out. Xtreme will ban the Brewmaster and the Primal Beast. Now we actually looked prior to this game while we were waiting for the match to start. Brewmaster was one of their most successful heroes in the DPC coming into this point. I think that was 6-0 on the Brewmaster. So that was obviously when Brewmaster had the old Aghanim Scepter with the double charges, but things have changed since then. But still removing that as a comfort pick. Brewmaster is one of those heroes that can provide just chaos in the fights, and Xtreme have banned the chaos. They've got rid of the Brewmaster and the Primal Beast, so trying to control these fights, not allowing them to just be overwhelmed too much with the amount of just disruption that's coming out in the middle of the team fights. They picked Death Prophet to open Xtreme, and CDEC can return with Marcy. Now we did see in the last game that Marcy, a core Marcy, can cut through a Death Prophet pretty easily. I mean, Asta Ares did end up losing in that game, but it was still had potential there to just cut through the Death Prophet. Didn't matter if you had the Spirit Siphons going off; it was too much damage.
10 seconds remaining.
However, we see the Pangolier second pick. I predict we're going to see a Bloodseeker ban unless Bloodseeker is picked up right now, which could be done. I don't think Xtreme will snap pick the Bloodseeker though. I think they'll stay with their game plan and not go for the Bloodseeker here. Although it would be good against Marcy and Pangolier. With Pango being shown though, it is likely to be the 3 and the Marcy probably the 4. Can't rule out Pango being mid and Marcy end up being that 3 position, but I think that's a little bit more likely. Okay, Earth Spirit. So great against a support Marcy that doesn't get that early BKB and cut down her mobility with the silence and just stop her being able to turn around and do any real damage. CDEC, I'm almost certain will ban the Bloodseeker as one of these 3 bans, just to make sure that their Pango has a game. Earth Spirit. This is the PYW Earth Spirit, just by the way. This man completely destroyed Invictus Gaming a couple of days ago with this Earth Spirit. It was something else to watch. So I'm excited to see the PYW Earth Spirit once again come out in this upper bracket. Bat and Puck banned from either side at the moment as well, so control being taken away. Batrider can just get on top of a hero and get that control that you need. Almost like single target Black Hole in a way, but a lot lower cooldown. Not channeled either, so you can drag them with you, lasso them into town. So very good control. Plus the map vision that it gives, and general laning ability with the change to Sticky Napalm. The sticky napalm change doing damage now is a little bit more obtrusive than you would first think. Cancelling blink daggers is probably the main thing that it does now, that it deals damage. So certainly something to be considered as well when banning the bat out or picking the bat.
5 seconds.
Keeper of the Light taken out from XtremeGaming, so not wanting to have that high tempo mid hero coming out from CDEC.
Team ban.
I mean, a pain. Lots of mid heroes being banned here. So we've had the Puck, the Quap, the Coddle, and the Bat.
Team ban.
Arc Warden as well, I think, has run mid recently. So the mid hate in this second phase bans are pretty real. Both teams wanting to get rid of potential heroes that might be run, and CDEC really showing that they think that this Death Prophet is the off lane and not the mid lane Death Prophet. I mean, it would be a real switch in the draft for Xtreme to now pick an off laner, and CDEC effectively wasted, you know, those 2 bans against the Puck and the Queen of Pain. Sort of wondering what mid lanes are going to be left for CDEC to pick themselves, or Xtreme for that matter. There's the Lina, SF. Lina and SF are the 2 that are standing out that are still available. So will either of those be banned right now? That's the Lone Druid. So Lina and SF are the 2 sort of meta-ish mid heroes that are still left available.
Dire team pick.
So Tusk comes out from CDEC. Has been quite strong. Particularly, you get the swashbuckle, I think, with the procs with the tag team. So tag team, Marcy and Pangolier, all very good combinations there. Treant Protector. Okay, so this is going to be a DY Treant Protector, and then there's the Shadow Fiend. I said that the pool of mid heroes was decreased significantly with what was left available. I said Shadow Fiend and Lina are pretty much all that's left.
10 seconds remaining.
It'll probably be a Paparazzi Shadow Fiend in the mid lane. I'd be surprised if Shadow Fiend went anywhere else. And Xtreme probably just have their safe lane left for Lao. CDEC picked the Clinks. Okay, so for CDEC, it looks like it'll be a CAC Clinks in the safe lane. You've got the supports Marcy and Tusk, Hengler in the off lane, and then you're still looking for your mid laner here. A little bit risky. It gives an additional 2 bans to come out on the mid lane for XtremeGaming here. They can really target these bans. I doubt Lina makes it through these 2 bans. Been a while since I've seen Clinks run mid, so that's certainly not really on the cards. We'll see the way the XtremeGaming is thinking here with this last ban, but I think they have to be banning mid heroes. Lina's the one that is bulging out at me as still being left in the draft for a mid hero. You could just pick like a Mars mid, but that's pretty hard against a Shadow Fiend. Yeah, they just take out Viper. Maybe it's Viper and Lina. Yes, there's the possibility this Pango is being taken mid by 7E. Pango against Shadow Fiend is a little bit rough though. The Razors are going to come out. Yeah, any hero that's going to be walking within the range of the short and mid-range rays just opens yourself up to a lot of damage. Faceless Void as the final phase ban for CDEC. Xtreme looking for Lau's hero. Faceless Void would be okay, I guess, with a Shadow Fiend and Death Prophet outside. Earth Spirit and Treant Protector sort of set up around. You could follow up a Chrono with the Overgrowth, or maybe even set it up with the Overgrowth from the tree line. So that was a good ban.
5 seconds remaining.
Undying has made it through the draft. Been untouched. Completely ignored by both teams. I guess when you pick your offlaners in the first picks and Undying doesn't get in, then it's fair enough. You know, Undying mid from CDEC. I really thinking they want some sort of tanky mid lane here. I have a Mars mid, Undying mid, Timbersaw mid. I think when you pick a safe lane Clinks, you really do want to provide a bit of protection. So Phoenix turns out to be the ban. XtremeGaming. I guess Earth Spirit and Treant Protector aren't great at clicking a egg. Treant Protector in particular. Shadowfiend and Death Prophet aren't too bad though.
5 seconds
And that indicates they think that the last pick is it's potentially the 3 or 4. So they're thinking maybe Marcy 3, Pangolier, mid, Tusk support, Clink safe lane, and they're looking for a 3 hero here from CDEC. I mean, this happens when the draft is you have somewhat flexible heroes in the draft. You can play a few mind games with the opposition about what it is that you're actually bringing to the table here.
Dire team pick.
Yay. Troll looks like he would get controlled. So lots of stuns.
10 seconds remaining.
You managed to live through the stuns though, just turn around and kill them all.
5 seconds remaining.
They still want to play map control here. They want to use the Treant Protector to heal their own towers. And it is the Bloodseeker. It was just completely ignored. We called it out early in the draft. It was never banned. And the Bloodseeker. Very good against Pango and Marcy. Clink's reasonably as well. He wants to run around, be quite active.
5 seconds remaining.
Okay. Well, that feels like a draft win from Xtreme there now, whatever happens. They've got the AoE control with the Fear from the Requiem and with the Treant Protector Overgrowth. They've got Catch from Earth Spirit. They've got the direct counter to the Pangolier with the Bloodseeker and probably the Marcy somewhat as well. A Death Prophet to tag towers, and if he's ignored in the fights, we'll just deal out an obscene amount of damage.
You may now select your hero.
And CDEC go for the last pick, Monkey King. So it's a support. It's a 4 Monkey King, 5 Tusk. It will be the mid Pango. Oh no. Offlane Marcy. Cheng Yu will take that. So this mid Pango is just going to be countered by the Bloodseeker. I mean, he's going to have to get a Lincoln Sphere at some point. There's not that many other things that will proc the Lincolns. Xtreme, I think pretty much as expected. Paparazzi, mid Shadowfiend, safe lane Bloodseeker. Offlane, Death Prophet with Old 11. PYW, of course, on the Earth Spirit. I'd be shocked if anyone else was playing that Earth Spirit apart from PYW. And DY on the Treant Protector. Like, is there any other way to proc a Lincoln's? I guess Leech Seed? Leech Speed and... Oh, there is. Leech Seed and the Spirit Siphon. So, they do have 2 other ways to try and proc a Lincoln's on the Pango, but Bloodseeker himself could even get in a halberd to help proc it. So the Monkey King as a support is going to be used to try and get some vision. I think I'm favoring the draft of Xtreme here. With the overwhelming AoE control they have from the Fear and the Root, as well as the counter of the Pango. I think this 4 Monkey King is going to really struggle against this Earth Spirit. PYW is just going to be searching for him in the trees. The Treant Protector is going to be in the trees as well. Like, I don't know where Monkey King thinks he's going to hide, but apparently he thinks he will. Let's do number of blink daggers produced by 25 minutes.
Wow.
Got 3 to 4. Okay, so game 1, both teams moving out with the smokes. Try and get down some early vision. There could be an engagement. Oh, PYW will see the smoke break and turn around quite quickly. Monkey King's just chilling out as a courier here. And I'm just a courier. I'm not a Monkey King. So instead they will just place their vision, XtremeGaming, up on the high ground.
Wow.
And up on the top river side. The wards for CDEC will be bottom runes plus bottom ramp, actually. Not even up on the high ground, just the bottom ramp. That catch the courier movements? No, it doesn't. It's an interesting ward to have level 1. They don't block out the camp either. Guess there's no Chenna Enchantress here either. In fact, well, Chenna Enchantress completely ignored as well. So many heroes ignored in this draft. Up comes PYW and Old 11. Links will be forced to just show a little bit of respect. And that 3 runes for the side of XtremeGaming, I think it is. So early rune advantage for them. So in the mid lane, we're going to have 70 on the mid Pango laning up against Paparazzi on the Shadowfin. That's not a great matchup for the Pango either. We counted in lane and in the mid game. In the top lane for XtremeGaming, Lao's here on safe lane Bloodseeker, being supported by DY on the Tree Protector. We'll be laying against the core Marcy, played by Shang Yu, and supported by Imitator on the 4 Monkey King. In the safe lane, the CDEC, Cack will be on this Flinks, pos 1, Undyne running in with the tag team. We'll just get kicked away, so not too much damage coming on Old 11. And they'll be laying against PYW on the Earth Spirit and Old 11 on the Death Prophet, position 3. So both heroes just blocking their camps there, making sure that no creeps spawn. This will be a pure laning experience. And look at this already. Paparazzi just completely zoning 70 back. He doesn't even have the gold for the bottle. Still 283 gold away. And he's just going to keep zoning as if you can get these denies. You can get one of them. Not quite. 2 last hits will come through, but still short. 180 gold for the bottle. And just the 1 Tango left. So DY in this top lane has the level 1 Nature's Grasp, so to be able to zone back some of these heroes. Imitator, Jingu plus Boundless Strike, fairly expected. We'll try and just cut down as many trees as possible. Blood right on the deck. Zoning him back, allowing you to come in and grab a couple of last hits. Yeah, 70, he's just being bodied. Look at this. Does he have his bottle yet? It's coming out to him, so he's got a bottle coming. But Paparazzi's just standing on the high ground. Sort of like making sure he's not getting much out of this lane at all. So 12 and 3 to the 8 and 0 currently on 7E. 1 rune will go each way. Undyne still trying to protect his Clinks on this bottom lane. Does have level 2, the Burning Barrage. 1 point it. Top lane, Imitator. Will the Blood Right catch? I think it will. He'll be in there. I think he quite dodged the damage. Just mistimed it a little bit. The silence still does come out. And DY, you can't underestimate the right clicks of this Stream Protector. He does 96 damage. Take 2 tower hits there. Imitator, you gotta be careful. You don't want to take too many of those tower hits. DYW. Send some more regen out. He's trying to save up for those boots of speed with the Tranquil Boots online. Old 11 is reasonably low too. He's sitting on a salve. Gotta be careful. Might get sharded and just burning barrage. Top lane, they're chasing down Imitator. They have the silence on the deck. Blood Right won't connect with the damage. He does dodge it. But they have to turn around onto Marcy. And while the fight's happening, top, down bottom, First Blood onto Undyne. So XtremeGaming applying pressure all around the map, almost getting First Blood top and then actually securing it bottom. Val has the level 1 in Thirst, so we'll be able to sustain on the lane with those last hits. So it won't really need to send much more regen for himself. Mid lane, Undyne is here with the shards and tag team. Paparazzi could get caught, particularly with the maxed out damage build here from 7E. But currently he's just standing on the high ground. 24 last hits to Shadowfiend, 15 to the Pangolier. Really feeling the pressure, and we'll just get sent again. Paparazzi didn't get the bottle refill, so some things are going the way of CDEC at the moment. URW, can try and get this pool camp off. We'll keep trying to get it. We'll maybe get the range creep. If you can get denied that range creep, that'll be pretty good. 70 with the bottle can sustain reasonably well now in this lane, particularly with the support rotation with support to secure runes. And Shadefin's going to struggle to probably kill him here because of the lack of mana he has. But he has the 14 Necromastery stack, so already plus 28 damage. So easily can outlast it, the Pangolier, and deny him on the creeps. Yeah, look at that. Almost, he's almost getting close to doubling up his last hits on this mid lane. Lau being left alone in the top lane, happily farming up some creeps. A little bit of a pull here. Shang Yu will contest. He may pick himself up a ghost. Earn ready on Old 11, so wanting to start get some charges. Will work straight towards the Spirit Vessel. Pretty good. It's going against the Monkey King, so he can't get the heals back from the Jingu. But overall, is just a good item. Yeah, Earn does provide a damage increase, and also good for healing up your own team, not just for dealing damage on the opposition. Leech Seed is actually level 2, so DY going hard on the Leech Seed. I mean, it is good if you can apply it in a couple of situations early on. Undyne, not really under any threat here with PYW chasing. PYW will grab the level in the silence. And coming to secure the rune for his mid. It does spawn bottom, so unfortunate for CDEC. That will be snagged away. Imitator was at top to grab it if it did spawn there. 7E though has to get some go back home, and even the deny on the catapult. Paparazzi with the 12 denies and the 39 last hits currently. And just, he's got full mana again. Sends 7E packing once again. Top lane. Lau getting close to dying, but there's a salve passed over with Tango, and he'll be just fine. I'm concerned a little bit about this 4 Monkey King leveling up the Jingu. I mean, maybe 1 was good for in lane, but you certainly want to get the levels in Tree Dance and Boundless Strike. As that 4 Monkey King, oh, Paparazzi's queuing it up. He will let it go. There'll be enough damage. The far rays coming out. Now the heals onto Paparazzi, the living armor. And they didn't quite have enough burst to get through this Shadow Fiend before channeled up that Requiem. Top lane. Lau is being chased down. I mean, how's he going to get out of this? We'll run off to the side. He has a Quelling Blade. He could try and cut the tree. But with the additional movement speed from the Thirst, he is making his way out. Doesn't look like he will die, but sometimes in a situation like that, it might even be better to die, so you can get back to base. I mean, look at the amount of time he's spending running back to base. Yeah, he didn't give up the gold or the XP, but he's certainly missing out on a lot at the moment. Heals coming to Paparazzi mid, keeping him nice and strong in this lane. He saw that he just lived with a little bit of slither of health, and so if he's on full HP, he shouldn't have any issues with surviving the burst at the moment that comes out from 7E. Rolling Thunder will be ready again in 2. Can't time it. Oh, the bottled just came out. The deny was almost there from Paparazzi. So now with these additional levels, 7E is starting to catch up. He's got 29 last hits with 50 onto the SF. Bottom lane, roll coming in, onto the Clinks. The silence is there. Well, the Shard's actually protecting Old 11 though with the Ghost, and now it's oh, look at the damage from the Ghost. It's too much. The Exorcism. Old 11 gets the Tusk as well, and this tier 1 tower will be falling to the side of XtremeGaming. Paparazzi's joined with his plus 100 damage, or 100 damage plus, and the Exorcism will last just for a little bit longer and be enough to take it down. In the top lane, Lau's in trouble again. Imitator. Rebound does come out with the Boundless Strike. Silence on top. There's a TP coming. Dispose back in. Silence. Old 11's here. I don't think they can save him fast enough. PYW in with the Bowling Boulder. 7E. He says, oh, there's an Earth Spirit here. I'll join this little rockin' party. So, In an attempt to save their carry, actually fed away an additional kill there and used the TP for Old 11. He's now in the top lane with no exorcism. As a Spirit Vessel charge, but not even level 4 on the Spirit Siphon yet. He needs to be a little bit careful. I think if he can get the... Oh, they're just going to dive as well. They're not mucking around. They're going straight in, rolling Thunder. It's off the Spirit Siphon, but with the Unleash as well, they just can't sustain in the middle of that. Paparazzi's hit with the Requiem, fear him away. The Razors. DY helping to get the finish off. 7E though. No swashbuckle for one more second. Will fragment further into the trees. Rolling Thunder. DY. Oh, you can't TP in front of the Earth Spirit Master. BYW. It's Allow working towards now the Maelstrom. We'll have it soon enough. DY, let's just see what his skill build is this game. Whether it'll just be aura based or whether he wants to go into trying to get the trees in the forest, upgrade to Nature's Guise, Shard or the Aghanims. At the moment he's just working towards some mana boots so he can keep spamming out this living armor. Soul Ring on Treant Protector was a bit of a go-to at one point. Soul Ring Tranquils, just so you could have the mana sustain. So we'll have to wait and see what this Treant Protector does go for. Magnetize, by the way, is up and available, and the rebound is very quickly out of here for Marcy. Not mucking around at all. 7E. Still 1,500 gold away from defusal, so that's going to be a pretty slow timing. The Shadow Fiend, switch over net worth, is leading the charts with Death Prophet about 500 gold behind. Even the Bloodseeker, who's had a pretty bad lane, is still ahead of the Clinks and the Pangolier. And this Pangolier, remember, is heavily countered by the Rupture. If he rolls and gets ruptured, he just can't roll. He has to cancel it immediately and try to... Oh, the tree cut comes out. TP support coming in from PYW. Leech Seed as well. Boundless Strike, but there's a Magnetize with the stun, follow-up, and the silence, the kick, and the push. Old 11 comes over as well. They will get the kill on this Monkey King, who has gone, stopped after just the 2 in Jingu and into the tree dance, just so he can try and clear creep waves on the side. That's really what we want to do, is this support Monkey King. Paparazzi has the Requiem ready and the full Necromastery Resolve. Here comes the Unleash onto Lau in the mid lane, and the Requiem doesn't save him in time. Unleash plus the damage from 7 is a little bit too much. Haste Rune grabbed up as well. 3k net worth lead for Xtreme, but they are struggling with this Bloodseeker. Exorcism being used in the top lane. 7E will get rooted up, so the Rolling Thunder is not going anywhere for the time being. It will eventually come out. Got quarter duration left, but it won't do anything. In fact, they're just going to probably run back in. PYW looking for the roll, finds Tusk, Undyne, Spirit Vessel coming out as well. There's a Monkey King looking to throw out the Boundless Strike when the moment arises. Old 11 still charging up onto the high ground. Paparazzi's here as well. The Ghosts are still actually running for the next couple of seconds. Catches the Monkey King up on the... They're on the cliff. It's a cliff battle. It's Mortal Kombat right here. It's 1v1, but not quite, with the assistance of a Shadow Fiend on the low ground. I think that cliff's seen so much action with the Seeds of Serenity planted down there as well. In a while. Blinks has the Falcon Blade working towards Maelstrom. Is slowly getting there with farm. Is the highest farm on his team, but certainly still more than 1,000 gold behind the Death Prophet and the Shadow Fiend. Old 11 gonna have the Yule Scepter. So actually this 3 Death Prophet isn't going in for immediate BKB. Looking more for a bit of a utility build with the Spirit Vessel and the Yule Scepter. A little bit of more early protection and catch. PYW, Yule Scepter also. It's going to be Yule Scepters. Yule Scepters are plenty. Yule's are very good at cancelling the Pango Rolling Thunder if you get vision on him first. And also just catching the Clinks. Here comes. Rebound stun, and they've disposed him back. I don't think there's going to be any save for Old 11. He's trying to, but Rolling Thunder inside the Ice Shards. They're going to be collecting. He got off the Spirit Siphons. Old 11's still alive. The Ruptures come out as well. PYW with the Magnetize on everyone. Is anyone actually dead? It's just the Master that goes down. One hero dies in that entire fight. I mean, towers, they're our heroes as well, so secondary hero will fall in the form of the tier 1 tower. Houses. They dumped a lot of damage into Old 11, and he was able to sustain with the Spirit Siphons. I think got 3 or 4 off in the middle of that fight with the protection of PYW coming in, just stopping any further aggression. You're able to just heal back up and survive. Oh, PYW sees the target, kicks him back in. Silence comes out. That's a dead Tusk. Burning Barrage tries to get a little bit of work done, but Imitator, you've come in the middle of the fight. You chucked out the Wukong's command, but you were but a little support. You're a little Monkey King. You're more like the monkey squire, not a Monkey King here.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
With the Exo running, they will get the tower, but we'll have to back up with no further objectives. Roche is available, and it will be on the attention of XtremeGaming with the ability of having Exorcism, particularly if you can get maybe Exorcism level 2 before heading into the Roche pit. And that would make a big difference in taking that down pretty quickly. 70, still no. Here it is. Yeah, here's the Diffusal Blade. Just came out then, so Diffusal Blade is online, giving him a little bit more ability to have impact in the fights with the damage and the mana control with the mana burn. Level 3 Tree Dance now on Imitator. He's trying to get towards a BKB. He wants to be a somewhat pseudo core. Sorry, in the top lane, Marcy actually gets caught. Was that a Requiem? No, just a Silence and an Overgrowth. So Overgrowth in a Silence. Fight is happening bottom. Magnetize is on 2. The damage is coming out. They've caught the 1 and 4 of Extreme, but I think Tusk will pay with his life on this bottom lane. That's a good trade. Good trade for CDEC. They find the Bloodseeker, who has had a bit of a troubling game. You know, he's bottom of the net worth for his cause. He has got the Falcon Blade and the Maelstrom working towards the BKB, but he certainly wants to be a little bit further on. He'd probably like to have that BKB by 20 minutes, which doesn't really look like he's going to get there. TP coming out loud. He sees 7E, throws down the Blood Right. Doesn't really have a way to cancel the TP if it came out. Didn't actually have a TP on him, so that might have been a dead Devon 7E if the Rupture did catch.
Wow.
Wow, this is bottom lane. Sorry, just get the Treant Protector in this bottom lane underneath the vision. So they have the Tinker Wards. It is immediately pinged out. Top lane tower being healed by the Living Armor, but won't be enough with the physical damage coming through from the Searing Arrows. Level 3 at the moment. Exo pop from Old 11. They want to fight. They've caught the Clinks. He's under the effect of Silence with a follow-up roll from PYW, and the Clinks is dead. And they try and find 7E. Rupture is still available. We just barrel down this lane and try to get some damage done on the tier 2. UIW's chasing, he gets the Silence and the follow-up roll. Oh, how good is this guy? The Silence follow-up with the Rupture, PYW. Oh, he's too good. The max range roll, the Silence. How long does the Silence last for? 2.5 seconds? Rolling Boulder. The 4-second cooldown. I guess he rolled in by the time the roll finished. He had it. In fact, he's on it again. He's found the Tusk with the Silence and the follow-up. There's the secondary roll. Undyne tries to live. He rolls up to the high ground. Oh, but he actually catches his own. Marcy PYW. You have to ban this Earth Spirit. You have to ban it. You just first fade ban the Earth Spirit. You don't even take the risks. It's too powerful. If you don't first phase it, you have to first phase it. Or second phase it if it hasn't been picked up. Wow, running in. They know a Clinks is in the area. He's coming back. Scans come out. Detection. They get on the Marcy. And the visions underneath. And Marcy, we get rolled on. Of course, PYW doesn't miss the roll, and he looks for more. He catches the Clinks! No way, there's detection. It's a little bit too late. PYW, it is a magnet. I said I was excited to see this guy play this hero once again, and I am not being disappointed. I don't think he can actually miss. It's before even the Yules comes out. Probably disappointed he didn't have some detection on him then to find the Clinks. He would have got him slowed enough. The thing is with this rolling boulder, when he hits these max range rolling boulders, by the time he gets there, it's already like 2 seconds away from being up. And just can immediately chain stun again after a geomagnetic grip to silence. Hold 11 with the casual plate mail will now move into the BKB. Smoke 4-man from XtremeGaming. Paparazzi has a BKB and an Invis rune as well. He probably wants to lead the way with the Invis rune. There are sentries on the deck if anyone has the vision around them. At the moment, it's just sentries and no obs. Making the movements to the top. Oh, PYW. Here we go. It's gonna pop. Oh, he doesn't immediately pop the smoke. He would have had it. Into the Roche pit they go. I think he saw this team was heading over to the Roche and decided not to try and find that Clinks. At the level 2 Exo? Yes, it is. So Roshan will fall with the damage of Paparazzi and Old 11. Lau not even needed it. He might come over and just get the spoils. There's smoke in return from CDEC, but it's a little too late. Are they going to fight anyway? I think they still want to go. The roll comes in onto DY. Silence follow-up onto the Tusk. Old 11's in with the Spirit Siphon. Stun will be there as well, and Tusk will fall. Imitator's up on the high ground here. He's got to hope there's no vision on him because a tree cut will be the end of his existence. Or just PYW if he's around. PYW will sniff him out. Senses it. Spidey senses a tingling. DY, right to the bottom lane. Has got the shard actually with the Nature's Guys upgrade. Get the root. Wants to. PYW, be careful. The team's here. Rebound, stun actually comes in with the unleash, and this Earth Spirit will die very quickly when he doesn't get the stun off. It's Paparazzi who claimed the Aegis. So 4 minutes of immortality for him at the moment. Bottom tier 1, it may eventually go down. Living Arm is trying its darndest, but it won't be enough to protect it from this Clinks. So maxed out Living Armor at the moment, hasn't gone anything into the talent tree just yet. Oh, there's a DY behind with the overgrowth. The detection coming out. Paparazzi with the fear. BKB popped on loud. He's chasing through hard. Does pop the rupture. And trying to secure the kill. He's actually living a little bit longer, but Loud does get it. Running out of the Wukon's command. Pops down the Blood Right on the ground. Rebound stun. Will finish off the kill. It is a 1-for-1. Core dies for core. But Clinks died first, so of course Bloodseeker getting the XP and the gold. They won't be too unhappy with that trade. Imitator getting closer and closer to imitating a core in this game with the BKB. Has no boots, so he's put all his gold into the courier. They're gonna see him. DY sees the jump. Does he have a quelling bait? No, but they're right on top. The root comes out, and oh, there's the tree cut from PYW with the grip. Oh, as soon as he was spotted there, the tracking beacon was planted. PYW was on the hunt. And there was no way that Monkey King was ever escaping. And as I called out at the end of the draft, DY and PYW are just going to hunt this Monkey King. You can't really scout out with this Invis tree running around and PYW rolling through on all the trees. They're going to be chopped down all the time.
Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So tier 2 tower will fall for CDEC
Dire's top tower is under attack.
without using the
Radiant's
exorcism. So
bottom tower
Yule's
has fallen.
BKB plate mail is complete for 11. Actually, still just a casual plate mail. Not even going into the Shiva's Guard at this point. Wants to get the Ether Lens. Yeah. Once again, there was more this utility build. Death Prophet, who's now starting to get these larger items after the initial Spirit's Vessel and Yule's Scepter. Smoke comes out. They're moving north, hoping to catch maybe this Tusk. Lynx is up here as well. He will go invisible, but it's going to be Tusk that takes the punishment for these top movements. Hack as a TP, I think he should probably use it straight away. I think they would assume that he probably would have left the area already. It might hang around trying to get another creep wave. DY is here with the root if he walked in the right direction, but unfortunately he's not. They're going to see Clinks on the lane here in a moment. Yes, he will use the Burning Barrage, uses it, and then I think will TP. He has to TP. PYW is coming. Oh, he gets shown on the lane. They know where he is. Bloodright comes out. Will miss.
Radiant's middle tower
It's
is
the
under
great
attack.
escape at the moment. He's running deep in, trying to just make as much space as possible. He doesn't want to use this TP. And the chase will be given up, assuming that he's probably TP'd out. However, he hasn't. He hasn't TP'd out. He's still just running and will farm up the Ancients in their triangle.
Radiant's middle tower
But
is
you can
under
take our Ancients. We'll take your tier 2. How do you feel about that? 7k gold lead now to XtremeGaming. 71% win probability for their draft. And the gold is starting to level out a little bit. Aegis will be reclaimed. But that is pretty much all the outer towers gone now for CDEC. It's just this tier 2 top. And it looks like Lau and the gang are coming top to maybe put an end to that. Lau now with his own BKB hasn't got anything past that at the moment. Has some dust of appearance to try and kill this Clinks. Pango, I don't know if you've noticed, but Pango has not really had much of a game. When have we really seen Rolling Thunder have much of an impact in a fight? We haven't, because it's so hard to do anything with this Bloodseeker. He just can't show. He rolls in, the Bloodseeker ults him, and then he can't do anything. He's going to try and make a defense though, with no Aegis.
Radiant's top
It's
tower
tier 2
is
push.
under attack.
BY in the trees, gets the stun out, Boundless Stroke, follow-up damage, Overroad, comes through and catches 2, but it's the Blood Ride on top. Exorcism is popped, 70 rolling on through. He's trying to let it go, Paparazzi getting the ultimate off, it will fear away, but the BKBs are running. Imitator trying to do the best he can in the middle of the fight. Marcy comes in with the Unleash, BKB. Old 11 does get a final silence over off 70, just healing up. Undyne following through with the Snowball, and it's Lau and PYW against the world at the moment. Buyback on the Tusk. Lau's running into the trees. I think he's going to be left here. Does Duke off to the right. They ping it out. PYW's there to protect him now, and he just TPs away. Lau with the Dukes. So, it was a buyback from Tusk, so 3 for 3. But the 1 and 2 of CDEC do end up living. The Paparazzi did go down the middle of that fight, not being able to sustain. Will move now straight into the Satanic. He wants to be able to get off that Requiem and live a little longer. UIW might be hunted down. It's a Skadi. The damage will come thick and fast. The Yules is available, so roll, kick, and roll. He'll be just fine. Look at the pace of that living armor immediately coming out on PYW. Almost a level 3 Requiem in about 1. This creep wave will give it to him. Level 3 Exorcism would be the aim as well for XtremeGaming, but CDEC are bringing the fight to them. Imitator with the BKB. I think, did they see the jump? They pinged it. PYW pinged it. They know he's there. There's a Quelling Blade on DY. I think he's going to get the Boundless Strike first, though. Ooh. Oh. Who resumed the game? No, go. Both teams said go. Pango disconnected at the moment. Has reconnected to the game now. Wonder if they can get the tree cut first. The rest of the team of CDEC is a little further south. Here we go. Does jump down, so no tree cut. BKB does get popped out. Blood Rat down the ground. PYW gets turning onto the back line. Catching the clinks, actually. Imitator will die without really getting much effectiveness from that BKB. In the back line, Paparazzi is BKB trying to fight up against Marcy. Both will run away from each other. Cac, though, has been caught. Old 11, using him up into the air. Has the Spirit Siphon running. And the follow-up roll for PYW. Over to the right-hand side. Undying. Will get caught by PYW. The raise was there as insurance, but this Earth Spirit getting towards now a Wraith Pact. So 4 dead on the side of CDEC for just the loss of their Treant Protector. It was just the Master who was able to walk away from the fight. I mean, he was up trying to fight it out with the Shadow Fiend. Both BKBs popped, but that wasn't working. There wasn't enough damage. Shadow Fiend with the Morbid Mask now could just sustain through a bit of that damage, getting a lot of that lifesteal back. Just the Morbid Mask by itself is 18% lifesteal, so 18% of the damage of 300. Yeah, what's 10%? Be 30, so it's like almost 60. It's about 60 heal for each hit that lifesteal that Paparazzi was doing there. So Old 11 has the level 3 Exo, will be immediately popped. Roshan's here with the shard. I wonder who it's going to go to. Probably Old 11. W once again up on this cliff. This is his cliff. Do you have a Cloak of Flames? He does. And the Roche is going to fall too fast. They can't do it with the DD on Paparazzi. Age is claimed by him and the shard over on Death Prophet. The fear will now come out from the Siphons. They simply won't be able to fight. Top lane. Oh, this is a dangerous place to be, Imitator. There's a PYW Earth Spirit around, and he's got the radar. Bing, bing, bing. Unfortunately, I'd been out of range that time. Didn't pick up the Monkey King on the side. Three-man smoke. Trying to catch Death Prophet in the middle lane here. Has a BKB. And he Yules. Roll in. Follow up. We'll get the control. And I think with the Marcy Unleashed, might have enough. The Yules comes out. He can get this Spirit Siphon off, but no, he can't. Paparazzi in with the Silver Edge running through, trying to go into Undyne. Further down south. Roots are coming out onto the Clinks, but it will be looking like Tusk won't be surviving. He does blink. TP. Cleverly played. We'll make it out. So, excellent pick off there for CDEC. Rupture. Onto the Marcy. Will be dying there. So 1 for 1 in the end. Offlaner for offlaner. No BKB used though on the Death Prophet. So still has that 8-second BKB, quite long duration. And the later this game goes, I think the happier that XtremeGaming are. They are slowly getting further and further ahead. 11k gold lead now. XP pretty much the same. Bloodseeker will continue to scale. He's sort of reached to a point now where if he gets the Skadi plus the Basher and maybe even an Abyssal Blade, it's hard to face up against him as this Clinks. Clinks will continue to get stronger. Daedalus will be a strong point, but I don't know if Clinks by himself can do enough. With this mid being so heavily countered, 7E, he has the Lincolns now. Are there ways to proc it? So nothing on the Bloodseeker. Nothing on Shadow Fiend. I guess the Leech Seed still is the only option. Leech Seed, Yules are 2 ways to proc that Lincolns. And Spirit Siphon and Yules as well. So, a couple of Yules. Maybe enough to proc this Lincolns, but if that Lincolns gets procced, this Pangolier will get ruptured. Now, if he rolls in from the edge with the Lincolns running, There's no way to sort of get the pop through BKB. So as long as he rolls before that first Lincoln's the Lincoln's shell is expired, he should be fine to get the full duration roll off and not be too concerned by this Bloodseeker. But all BKBs are ready. 1 minute 54 left on Aegis. They're coming into this bottom tower. And Paparazzi's just standing on the high ground. He has a Satanic. He's not afraid anymore. Exorcism popped. 7E lining up the roll. That's the tower gone. URW seeing if there's anyone in the trees. He might get caught out by... Oh, roll is actually used, so if they get disengaged from this, Paparazzi's just hitting 7E. In fact, the root comes out. We'll use the BKB immunity to proc it out. BKB's in the middle of the fight. Kak's just dead. He's being caught. Marcy trying to fight against this Death Prophet, but he has to run away. He's feared. Imitator popped the BKB and the Wukong's command, but that's it. The Lynx is dead, and they've moved on to the mid tower. Disarmed, slowing it down. There's still a minute on the Aegis. He doesn't care. He's just going to keep standing here and hitting. No Exo. Whiff to come out. Rupture is used as well, but PYW has a Magnetize. PY no root again for 66 seconds with the Overgrowth. And I think this is just a second lane of Rax. They're going to discover that Clinks has no buyback, and if he does, he's not using it. I mean, what's to stop them? Yeah, I think they just want to keep going. Finish off this this ranged. Are they thinking about it? I think they are. They have 25 seconds is enough to kill this Rax. At least the tower. 23 seconds still on Clinks. In comes 70. They realize there's no buyback. Snowball, save. Over on Paparazzi's, but he's got the Aegis. So that's the first life down. But 70 will pay for it with his own buyback immediately. Undying, going down, Magnetized, popping up follow-up. Stun from PYW. Additional buybacks coming out. Tusk has one if he wants to use it. Lynx is respawning. So with that, with the double buybacks forced and almost the entire base destroyed, XtremeGaming will just take a step back. Their ultis are pretty much back up line and stun. Coming out over onto the Death Prophet. He will have a chance to get off the Yules and reset. BKB on Paparazzi. He's trying to hit through on this Marcy. Rupture pulls out as well. Kak, he's trying to stand with the BKB in the middle. Snowball saves him, but only temporarily. The Rupture's going to come down on top of it, and Paparazzi's just going to work. It's GG called. And game one between XtremeGaming and CDEC will go to XtremeGaming.